Today I learned that Sade is alive and a period drama can be set in 2006. Well, in 2006, I was hit in the head by some tourist lost golf ball. And when I opened my eyes, I was surrounded by loud voices and guilt and confusion. Well, I got furious about people speaking French in heaven. You know, some things are easier to hide than shame, like a loud belly or a first tattoo. St. Jude, the patron of lost causes, has become increasingly popular these past years. James Dean died of a broken neck and became immortal. There are very few words I need. Because today I learned that Sade is alive and a period drama can be set in 2006. Well, in 2006, I was hit in the head by some tourist lost golf ball, and I opened my eyes, I was surrounded by a lot of people in confusion and guilt. I got furious about people speaking French in heaven. That's what I mean. It vibrates. You know, the words is like nailing down a butterfly, but the damn thing is still moving around. And this seems to be the whole act of art anyway, to nail it down for a minute and not kill it. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, it vibrates. In other words, it vibrates. That's what I mean, it vibrates. I do believe that being on a stage has some elements of playing sports. It's not that you have a team against you, but more like, where's the ball at? Where's the ball at? I do believe that being on a stage, where's the ball at? Well, my favorite part of improvisation is that actually nothing can be ever improvised. Well, my voice is changing. My heart is growing, some traces are left. I was just at a moment where everything was new. I was just at a moment where everything was new. From peeing on a wetsuit to the perfect swing. I was just at a moment where peeing on a wetsuit, peeing on a wetsuit. Well, if dates are important to you, this was yesterday. If dates are important to you, peeing on a wetsuit to the perfect swing, this was yesterday. Has taken me years to come, has taken me years to come, has taken me years to come to the belief that the only thing one can really learn is the capacity to be able to change. You know, a moment was a medieval time frame. A moment was a medieval time frame of around 90 seconds. In a moment, I pack on my cool underwear and head to Berlin. I pick up the keys at a cinema, right? It's always at a cinema. I was once one of the kids walking to a football field, holding the player's hand, and all I remember is their smell. Evidently, I was once one of the kids walking to a football field, holding the player's hand, and all I remember is their smell. Drenched in perfume, hair gel, bleachy. Drenched in hair gel, perfume, bleachy. Very minty, a bit like the dentist's waiting room. On a day you got to leave school early. Evidently, I was once one of the kids. Very minty, a bit like the dentist's waiting room. On a day you got to leave school early. evidently I was watching a documentary about the English Channel. I was watching a documentary and turns out it takes 16 hours to cross the English Channel swimming. Well, that's a lot. 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 And then what's left? Some mercy, some lip balm. My voice cracks. And you know, in a lake, water freezes from top to bottom. But here, it's gonna be from bottom to top. Here it's gonna be bottom to top. Because in a lake, water freezes from top to bottom. But here it's gonna be from bottom to top. Porque la medicina convencional te retira esa capacidad. De la misma manera que prohíbe a mis padres quererme y me prohíbe a mí querer a mis padres. Porque la medicina convencional, bottom to top. Most people only know how to tie a tie to themselves, am I right? I wrote a letter to Jeremy Deller and I asked him, what would you do if you were 24 in 2024? And you know, he actually replied, yeah. And he said, I believe in magic, but kid, advice is a form of nostalgia. And I forgot to say that I also asked what his favorite essential oil is. And petrol be my essential oil. Petrol, that's gas, gasoline. I was in a moment where everything was new. So petrol, my essential oil. Petrol's my essential oil. I believe in magic, but kid, porque la medicina tradicional te retira esa capacidad. Por un agujerito en la pared veo un dibujo de una cruz y dice, Ibiza is waiting. Ibiza is waiting because I believe in magic.
Bravo! Bravo! I have seen nothing like it in my entire career. Bravo! Shit! Turning around, I see Becker sprinting out of the misty night into which Tina had just disappeared, with Miles closing in behind him. You had one job, Miles, one job. I stew in my mind. I can tell he knows I'm pissed by how he looks up at me with eyes that say, it's not my fault, he made a run for it, there's too many of them. Becker keeps cheering, bravo, bravo, in demonstration of his non-threatening position until he reaches the stage. When he does reach the stage, dropping to his knees, he pleads, Mademoiselle, allow me speak my part, I beg you. I have not come so close to theatric perfection in all my days, and I hope to. No, I simply must speak my part, as small a contribution as history may deem it. Miles, do something, I shriek. Miles is now nowhere to be seen. Miles, where are you? I'm back here with the boys, Frankie. They're not gonna take care of themselves, are they? You deal with Becker, he's completely harmless. Fuck! Okay, fine. Please, mademoiselle, just a moment alone with the audience. Ah! I shriek again. Fine, but not long. Don't do anything stupid neither. Grazie, amor mio. Grazie. The sight of Becker dripping in sweat and degenerately desperate was not a theatrical device to be used lightly. The gravity of his stage presence undeniable, but I was glad to get a moment out of the limelight to gather myself, and Becker, it occurred to me, would be useful in bringing the audience up to speed on how preparations had been going for the performance. I only ever wanted to make. That's it, just making. From when I was a young boy until this very day, I only ever wanted to make. I am very smart, they tell me, and of course I am smart enough to know it myself, and smarter again still, not to be impressed by the fact. For cleverness has never been indicative of the quality of the maker, and making, as I say, is the only thing I have been interested in since I have been a young boy. Making and laughing, that is all. Making and laughing and speaking to others who also enjoy to make and laugh and speak, and pretty soon that leads you here to this stage or another just like it, hastily fabricated and with its own peculiar charm. Say you don't feel the same. Say this show of yours isn't just as at the mercy of any given history of art as any other. Say this history hasn't become your own. Say your meaning hasn't been constructed and applied to the same effigy, no edifice as mine. Say we aren't both just obsessed. And say our obsessions haven't locked onto the same terrible target.